everybody, it's Becci again, and this is workshop 2 of our Build a Song songwriting workshop. So last week we looked at some of the basics of just getting ideas together, including best practice, always writing your ideas down, of course, online resources you might use to help you with that, and we did some free writing to bring some random words and phrases together and start to create some sort of lyric map. So today we're going to build on that. We're going to try and build our verse a little bit more from the free write, and then we're going to look at how we can consider melody. So there's a bit of poetry in this, a bit of rhyme, and also thinking about how the words that we form create rhythm, which in turn can create melody. So last week I did my free writing, which you can check out, and we had a little bit of writing from that, which was bird song doesn't start this early in the morning. I've got a feeling there's something that you want to say. I get my best ideas while you're sleeping. It's hard when you keep chipping away. So since then I have put together another verse that rhymes with that. I've also come up with the idea from the chipping, that's kind of like a woodpecker. So the song is going to be called Woodpecker, and I have the lyrics here for you. So I'll read out the first two verses and you'll start to hear the rhythmic structure of them and think about how can you create rhythmic structure within what you're doing. So there is an element of poetry in that, not always, but that is always a really good way to start when you're trying to get the basics of songwriting down, is to think about how did these words move in rhythm. When thinking about that, that also means editing words that don't quite fit into the rhythm, or working out ways to say or sing those words within the rhythm itself. So I've got, a woodpecker don't start this early in the morning. I've got a feeling there's something that you want to say. I get all my best ideas while you're sleeping. It's hard when you keep chipping away. So you start to hear the rhyme in there, which is creating rhythm. A woodpecker don't start this early in the morning. 2, 3, 4. I've got a feeling there's something that you want to say. 2, 3, 4. 1. I get all my best ideas while you're sleeping. 2, 3, 4. It's hard when you keep chipping away. So all of those lines fall into that rhythmic pattern, which is a basic 4/4 pattern. Really, really good. If this is your first song, I'd advise you to go with basic 4/4 for now, just to give yourself a bit of space to play. It's a very easy and memorable rhythmic pattern, which we all know is part of our culture, the 4/4 rhythm. So if you can, stick to that. That would be really helpful for this first song that you write, or if you want to get a bit more excitable with it, that is totally up to you if you want to go for 6/8 or 3/4 or whatever. But we're looking at rhythm there and how that can start to influence our lyric choices and also influence our melody. So for me, my rhymes are at the end of the second and the fourth, which is quite a common thing to do within a verse. So we've got morning, say, sleeping, which doesn't rhyme with morning but has the same rhythmic pattern, and then away, which rhymes. Okay, so that's my first verse, and that started to give me this idea that there's a you in this. Whoever this you is, they're annoying, right? Because they're chipping away, okay? So then the second part of this first verse or collection of verses, I've focused in a wee bit more, and that's a really good technique when you're writing lyrics. So to start with the broad, so think about your first 4 lines like the landscape painting. You're setting the scene, you're going, it's cloudy in this song, or it's sunny, this is a summery song, or here's where I am in this setting, and that is like you would in a book. You're setting the scene, it's a story. And then with the second part, then you can get into something a wee bit more specific. So I've went with, a woodpecker don't start this early in the morning. What does that mean? I've got a feeling there's something that you want to say. I get all my best ideas while you're sleeping. It's hard when you keep chipping away. You promised me sun would follow the rain clouds, which is kind of keeping with that nature theme. But last I checked, it's been pouring most every day. We got together guided by Love's Little Cherubs, which was part of the free write, Love's Little Cherubs. But lately, they've been finding better places to play. So there's a lot of play in the rhyme and in the words. It's actually say play, but there's a lot of play in what I'm doing there to create this kind of tongue-in-cheek scenario. So we've got, you promised me sun would follow the rain clouds, but last I checked it's been pouring most every day. We got together, guided by Love's Little Cherubs, but lately they've been finding better places to play. So again, that falls on the 4/4. So there we've started to consider the structure of the rhythm and the meter, the delivery of the rhythm itself over the 4/4 bar, which is a very tuneful thing to do. Although there's no melody there yet, you start to feel the tune in that just by how you're placing the rhythms. So one more time, and this time I'm going to sing to you my melody, and then we'll talk a little bit about melodic structure. So my melody is going to be, a woodpecker don't start this early in the morning. I've got a feeling there's something that you want to say. I get all my best ideas while you're sleeping. It's hard when you keep chipping away. 2, 3, 4. You promised me sun would follow the rain clouds, but last I checked it's been pouring most every day. We got together, guided by Love's Little Cherubs, but lately they've been finding better places to play. Okay, so that might seem like quite a complex melody, but it's actually very, very simple. And that's what we're going to talk about for the second half of this workshop, considering how we can make memorable melodies simply. So let's talk about the first important thing about that melody, repetition. And that, my friends, is the key to a good melody. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, so the first 2 lines repeat exactly, and the third line repeats rhythmically, but it doesn't repeat completely melodically, although it still ends in the same root notes. For anyone out there that feels like they might get a little bit lost in this kind of chat, I am a singer-songwriter and I teach music and I don't read music. So this isn't about learning about notes. This is about feeling melody from the rhythm that we create poetically and how that is so intertwined with songwriting itself. So we've got that movement, da 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 da. It's got rhythm to it as well. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. From that, I can hear, and you have to kind of, as a songwriter, start to use your intuition to say, what sonic landscape does that melody fit into? And so next week, we're going to look at how we can build structure around the idea of genre. But just for a wee hint, the sonic landscape that I can hear there is going to be very much in the jazz pop world. That's what it feels like. So I'm certainly going to lean into that idea of rhythm there. Now, just to track back, this has all come from lyric writing, okay? So we started last workshop with free writing. We've taken out some key concepts or key rhymes or words that we liked, and then from there we've built 2 verses based on a lyrical structure, okay? So the lyric come first, let that come first, let it flow, and see if you can start to feel the rhythm. And let the rhythm dictate your melody. So for next week, I want you to try and write 2 verses with a melodic structure. And the things to remember about your melody is keep it simple. A few notes will be fine. Keep it repetitive. And let the lyrical rhythm drive it. So rather than me writing, you promised me sun would follow the rain clouds, and then being like, you promised me sun would follow the rain clouds, and like trying to do something crazy. No, let's allow that rhythm, that 4/4 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. to drive our melodic choices, and that rhythm itself, let that be derived from the lyric. So it's all part of a chain of events that lead to that sound that comes out at the end when we write our song. Okay, so this workshop, you're going to take the free writing from the last workshop, create 4 lines, and then another 4 lines in a 4/4 beat. Think about rhyme any way you wish. And then consider how a melody might be derived from the rhythm of that. Okay, there's no right way to do this. If you're not a singer, don't worry. Plenty of people aren't singers and they're famous songwriters. So this is just about finding a melody, finding a place. There's a link there if you want to upload your ideas. And if you want to get in touch, please do so. Okay, good luck, my friends. Bye.